Hey y'all, welcome to Big Blue Banter. I'm Jenna Lifshin, joined by my wonderful co-anchor Ben Hall.
And we're going to tip things off this week with women's volleyball team who just got a major win. Jenna, tell us about it.
Thanks, Ben. It was quite a week for Kentucky athletics, but you can't help but start by talking about the best team on campus with Kentucky volleyball. Craig Skinner's squad went into Austin and proved once again why they're built for banners. For Kentucky and Texas, this wasn't just another top 5 matchup. It felt like a rerun of the national championship. As we know, back in 2021, the Wildcats defeated Texas to win Kentucky's first ever natty and the first national championship in SEC history for women's volleyball. And now the rivalry still carries championship weight. Kentucky came out swinging and set the tone right away with the first point of the match in Austin. From there, it was all blue and white. Kentucky caught fire midway through the first set, hammering kill after kill and block after block, never letting Texas breathe. It was total domination for the Cats as they rolled through set 1, 25-14. Set 2 is a different story. The Longhorns punched back, but the Wildcats didn't flinch. Down the stretch, Emma Grome's setting became crucial. Ava Hudson set hot on the offense, and the defense persisted. Kentucky was able to take the set 28-26. In the final set of the match, Texas tried to hang around, but every rally ended the same way, with Kentucky swinging harder, defending smarter, and simply finishing stronger. The match point fell. The celebration was on, the Cats sweeping number 2 in its own gym. Hudson led the way with 20 kills on the night, with Brooklyn DeLay right behind her with 18. With the win, Kentucky improved to 19-2 overall and 12-0 in SEC play, while Texas dropped to 18-3. The Wildcats have taken over the number 2 national ranking and are chasing their 9th straight SEC championship. And when you win in straight sets against a team like Texas, you earn the right to stand on business, or in Coach Skinner's case, stand on the table. Here's what he had to say on Monday.
Guys, I'm going to talk from the rooftops today. And we have 4 matches left in the regular season of the SEC. On the road at Missouri on Thursday night, tough match, tough place to play. Tennessee on Sunday, then 2 more next weekend. We need everybody in the Big Blue Nation to get behind this team. This team is everything that Kentuckians are all about. Blue collar, hard work, sacrifice, their fiber is all about what you guys are. And we don't just need a pack Memorial, we need to sell the thing out on Sunday. Watch on Thursday night, sell it out Sunday. Next weekend, we're going all in. But I'm buying the first 500 blue shirts for Sunday's match to get people in the stands and make it a blue out. That's my opening statement. Go Cats.
Well, Ben, I think it's fair to say Craig Skinner and his Cats most definitely deserve that sold-out crowd. Kentucky will return to action tonight, traveling to Columbia to face Mizzou at 7 p.m. That game will air live on SEC Network Plus. Ben, how'd the Cats do on the pitch?
They definitely held it down, Jenna. Kentucky's women's soccer advanced past the first round of the SEC tournament with a 1-0 win over Florida. Catherine Rapp scored in the 11th minute of a perfect cross from Kendall Campbell, marking her 6th goal of the season. The Wildcats defense locked in from there, holding the Gators without a single shot on goal as Megan Holland recorded her 2nd straight shutout. Then on Tuesday, Kentucky later tied Georgia 1-1 in the quarterfinals, but was eliminated in a penalty shootout to end its tournament run. Kentucky now waits to see that performance against Florida was enough to earn them a spot in the NCAA tournament in the 2025 Women's Soccer Selection Show set for Monday, November 10th at 4 p.m. on NCAA.com.
Thanks, Ben. Let's hope the selection committee is on Kentucky's side on Monday. We'll keep the women's sports talk going. Zach Bishop has more about what's going on with Kenny Brooks and his squad.
Thanks, Jenna. Kenny Brooks and the women's basketball team entered the season with high expectations, ranked 24th in the nation. They officially tipped off their season on Monday against Morehead State.
Kentucky women's basketball season is officially underway after a 75-56 victory over the Morehead State Eagles at historic Memorial Coliseum. Tony Morgan for the Wildcats led the way in scoring 16 points, as Claire Strack and Jordan Obi both getting double-doubles, them both getting 15 points and 15 rebounds each. At the same time, Kentucky had some struggles with shooting 37% of their field goals, 4 out of 24 of those shots being beyond the arch. Now here's Kenny Brooks' thoughts after the Wildcats' performance.
Did a really good job with that group. It was kind of hard, in preparation. They had 11 new players. We were trying to scrounge, get film on all of them, but we need to get better in understanding how to make adjustments in game in order for us to be successful. But we got a lot of work to do. I was not pleased with, the way that we came out, we played. I thought we were lackluster in our effort, and sometimes we just, and not because of lack of wanting. I just thought we stood around. And
The Wildcats are now back in action tonight at 6:30 against Monmouth at historical Memorial Coliseum. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Zach. Coming up after the break, Desiree and Kai will discuss UK football's win over Auburn, some men's basketball too. Stay tuned, we will be right back. Welcome back. Kentucky football had a successful weekend on the Plains, and basketball is preparing to face Valpo.
Here's Kai and Desiree with more.
Thanks, guys. Kentucky football had a phenomenal weekend with a gritty 10-3 win against Auburn at the Tigers' home stadium. First half of the game was shaky, with both offenses struggling to find their rhythm, leaving the score tied 3-3 at halftime. However, the Cats came ready to fight in the second half, where quarterback Cutter Boley connected with Kendrick Law on a 13-yard pass that took Law into the end zone for the only touchdown of the game. After the game, head coach Mark Stoops had a lot to say about the win, as well as the process to get his first conference win in 399 days. Let's take a look.
Say it's been a tough year. There's been a lot of close calls. There's been some not so close. But our players never flinch. They never submit to any outside noise or pressure. They just stay the course. I've told you over and over again, because it's the truth, how much I enjoy coaching them and how much our coaches enjoy coming to work every day. Even in tough times. There's been some Sundays that I told you last week, I think in my media session Monday, that Sunday was about as rough as it can get. But Monday morning, you were excited, because you have to be.
Well, Kai, I'm curious what you have to say about Kentucky's defense and special teams. I think they played a crucial part in winning the game for Kentucky.
Yeah, Des, without the defense and special teams, that win wouldn't have even occurred. Aiden LaRosse pinned Auburn's offense multiple times, with each punt going nearly 45 yards. The Cat defense tallied 7 sacks among 7 different players and only allowed 108 yards through the air, obviously only giving up 3 points. So that marked one of the best defensive outings in recent history.
I completely agree. This win snapped Kentucky's 10-game losing streak and marked their first conference victory of the season. I'm eager to see what happens this weekend with Florida, though.
Yeah, not only did Kentucky football have a successful outing, but Kentucky men's basketball won the first game of the season, taking down Nicholls 77-51 as part of the BBN United Tip-Off Classic. Colin Chandler brought the house down with a huge posterizing dunk and finished the game with 15 points. This dunk will be featured as #1 on SportsCenter's top 10 plays, and has many debating on if it's the best dunk in Rupp Arena's history. Here's what he had to say about the play.
I felt good. I mean, I've gotten a few so far, but it's my first time having somebody jump with me this time, so it was good to have that opportunity. And it was fun. Having Rupp Expo and get excited about it was fun too.
We just heard from Mark Pope in his press conference today that point guard Jalen Lowe will make his Kentucky debut tomorrow night against Valpo. It also sounds like Pope will err on the side of caution when it comes to Trent Noah. It'll be interesting to see if he plays tomorrow night. That's all from the Banter Couch. Now back to Jenna and Ben.
Thanks, guys. Coming up, we'll talk about Kentucky's football game against Florida on Saturday.
We'll be right back after this quick break.
Welcome back to Big Blue Banter, as the Wildcats prepare to face the Florida Gators this weekend.
Here's Israel Schill with a preview of the matchup.
Thanks, Jenna. Welcome to the 2-minute warning. The Kentucky Wildcats have the chance to win back-to-back SEC matchups this weekend for the first time since 2023 on the backs of their 10-3 win at the Plains on Saturday. Stoops Troops will head forth into battle against the Florida Gators at home at 7:30, and they have a real chance to impress Big Blue Nation. The Gators offense this season has been struggling, and against a Wildcat defense that swarmed Auburn for 7 sacks last week, holding them just 3 points, QB DJ Lagway is sure to be under some serious pressure. Lagway has 10 touchdowns and 9 interceptions on the season, as the Gators sit 3-5 with a 2-3 in-conference record. With that, Florida has yet to come out of any SEC road game with a win this year, but the Cats are also 0-3 in home matches against in-conference opponents. When it's all said and done, one of these stats will be busted this weekend. Kentucky, also 3-5, is led by freshman quarterback Cutter Boley, who has matched Lagway's 10 touchdowns on less attempts and less interceptions. With the offense starting to put together some consistency, fans will finally have a chance to leave Kroger Field with a smile. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, though. This Gators defense is strong, holding Georgia to 24 in a near win and Texas to 21 en route to defeating the Longhorns. If the Cats offense can keep clicking and the defense can continue what they did last week, we're going to be in for a good one in the Bluegrass. With the win this weekend, the Cats can improve to 4-5 heading into the last home bout of the season versus Tennessee Tech on November 15th. That'll be all from me this week on the 2-Minute Warning, sending it back to Jenna and Ben at the desk.
Thanks, Israel. It's been another huge week for former Wildcats in the NBA. The Cats are continuing their domination on the pro level across the league, and that includes some new faces making their mark. Amari Williams and Kobe Brea both got their first points in the league this week. A huge moment for two former Wildcats starting their NBA journey. And the veterans continue to hold it down in the league. SGA is putting up 33 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists per game. Tyrese Maxey is right there with them, averaging 33 points and 8 assists. Devin Booker is averaging 31 a night and dishing out 7 assists per game. And Anthony Davis is leading the Mavericks, averaging 21 points and 10 rebounds.
That's going to wrap things up for us on this week's Big Blue Banter.
We will see you next Thursday at 1 p.m. Thank you for watching.